Hello and welcome to the third and probably final lore report on Sombra and her ARG. My name is Dante.
And my name is Kurz from Low Manor.
We're fresh off the Sombra final and full reveal at Blizzcon opening ceremony, so what better time than now to jump into what we've learned and what we can expect next.
The ARG effectively wrapped up the day before BlizzCon with the blog post explaining that Guillermo Portero, CEO of Lumerico, had been forced to temporarily step down following recent revelations from the Sombra hacker collective, which as we've already established was the Overwatch community being led by Sombra herself. This ended our involvement in Dorado and Lumerico and very much shifted the emphasis onto Volskaya, though before BlizzCon itself we really had little idea what interest she had in Russia. As expected by a whole bunch of us, Sombra hacked BlizzCon for her final reveal, and as we hoped, it was in the opening ceremony, just as Mike Morheim directed us all to watch a video going over the launch of Overwatch, the simultaneous worldwide nature of it, and the strain it put on the servers. And as an IT professional, I share a great deal of sympathy with the Blizzard guys there. The bonus was the hack went straight into her animated short, Infiltration. Set in Volskaya Industries, this showed us a coordinated attack from the three Talon specialists that we know of, Widow, Reaper, and for the first time, Sombra herself. We'll look into this short in more detail in a short watch to follow in the coming days, and what we think this means for Talon and their agents, but for now this was very much about Sombra, showcasing her character, her motivations, and her abilities.
Primarily, she's manipulative, sly, playful, confident, but overall extremely self-obsessed. She seems to have realised at a very young age how to get what she wants from people, and has in turn used Los Muertos, the Overwatch community, and now Talon to further her own agenda. We will of course do a lore watch on her soon that details her life from her early days through to where she is now. But it's important to see her already as a character that simultaneously sits outside the current gamut of characters in the way that she sees the world, and yet is possibly the most skilled and knowledgeable to tie it all together. Her abilities are potentially, in the hands of a skilled player, as devastating as they are in Infiltration. Between hacking, translocating, in effect, a personal teleport, temporary invisibility with baked-in speed boost, and of course her EMP ultimate, she can create as much havoc in her enemy backlines as she did in Volskaya Industries. While her motivation for the attack on Volskaya was again very much selfishly motivated, she had the skills and cunning to pull it off, pulling the wool over the eyes of seasoned veterans like Reaper, Widow, and presumably all of Talon as a whole. As for Catcher Volskaya, she's shaping up to be every bit as interesting as some of the main protagonists and antagonists. If this is the sign of things to come in Overwatch lore, bring it on.
The What's New panel had a whole bunch of in-game goodness, but of most interest for us, and for a lore point of view, was a section run by Michael Chu, lead writer for Overwatch, and his introduction of the Sombra origin story. In the same style as the 76, Tracer and Ana Origins videos that went before it, this gave us the background of Sombra and finally, in a way, answered the question, ¿Quién es Sombra? The newspaper on Dorado that first posed that question to its readers, and by extension all of us as players, seems to stem from one of these earlier concept art pieces for Sombra. A bit of design and silhouette clash with Ana led to her taking a different route, but does go some way to explaining some of the mistaken identity in the community between the two women. Her background is again some great writing from Blizzard. Another child of the Omnic crisis that lost everything, her path took a very different route compared to someone like Mercy. Her skill was hacking, and she proved to be phenomenally talented at it, as much a protege in it as her Swiss peer was in medicine. She used her talents for self-preservation and became addicted to the power and influence it gave her, until that was how she came to view the world, a series of interconnecting secrets and lies between increasingly corrupt or corruptible individuals, governments, or corporations. This was her life until she was compromised by something bigger than she'd ever anticipated, and seemingly confirms bits of our theories in the last few vids, as it came while she was attacking Lumerico.
Her old identity destroyed out of necessity, Sombra is now all she is, and she seems to be as much a walking computer as she is a woman now. Everything at this point gets very interesting for the Overwatch universe, with this image in particular being something I think we'll all be revisiting many times in the coming months. The links are fascinating, the hints are tantalising, and it's setting up the Overwatch story for months and possibly even years ahead. A final note before we leave you on the nature of Los Muertos. We've seen so many sides to them, from the Omnic-hating thugs to rebels to freedom fighters. This animation threw yet another spanner in the works for that first one. Maybe times have changed since Sombra was young, but I doubt it given the crisis would have been very recent then. Either way, that is most definitely a Los Muertos Omnic. Make of that what you will. Thanks for watching this final of our 3 episodes looking at the Sombra ARG and Sombra in general. Where would you like the story to go from here? What are your thoughts on the many faces of Los Muertos? Let us know in the comments section below. We have a boatload of scripts in production right now, so stay tuned for those both here and on Twitter. Hit subscribe to make sure you don't miss out, and click that like button if you like what we do. Until next time, I've been Dante.
And I've been Kurz. Thanks for watching.